I think a lot of businesses over the last few years have started to recognize the value in diversity, in having a lot of different viewpoints, a lot of different backgrounds and identities represented in their business. There are so many other cultures out there that I have an opportunity to learn from and gain from. How do we make sure that everybody is getting their inputs, their values included in the solution that we're coming up with at the end of the day? What can I do to make a difference here? Who can I involve in these conversations who aren't involved? Seeking to be an ally, seeking to build a diverse, inclusive, equitable community is asking yourself that question. One of my favorite things that I've been a participant in at Anderson was the group called Intergroup Dialogues. They specialize in facilitating conversations between people of different backgrounds and providing students the opportunities to see kind of the breadth of diversity around them. The group that I was a part of, it actually ended up being a group of all white students. I'm not sure if that necessarily happened on purpose or not, but there were two super interesting things about it to me. One was, as we went around the room, I think one of the things that became most salient was that a lot of the people in the group were like, I'm a guy, I'm white, I don't really think of myself as having social identities. But as we ran around the room and more people were saying this, it was kind of like a wake-up call for everybody to be like, as a white man in our society, I see myself as normative, as a norm in our society, as opposed to having identities. I thought the second really interesting thing that came out of that conversation was people started bringing up things like, socioeconomic status, mental health, ability status, things that wouldn't necessarily be apparent when we're talking about social identity. I actually came away from it with a very different perspective than when I went in, and I really treasure that experience.